Welcome back to the show. This is KDS Reviews. This is a commentary, really, episode of KDS Reviews. This is about Avengers Doomsday. Now, we're still more than 1 year away from the release of Avengers Doomsday. This is a very, very, very important movie for Marvel. I almost feel like this is the last gasp for them. If this doesn't work out, I don't know where they're going to go. There's some 7 items, things that I think that they need to really cover on. Number one, they need a strong script. They're going to have to really double down on this. They're not going to be able to do like they've done in the past couple of movies and throw something against the wall and just stick Marvel on it and think that people are still going to just line up and see it. Those days are far beyond. And there's no reason for it to make top heavy. Now, I've heard that they're going to have a whole lot of heroes in here. Now, if the story and the script are correct, you can do a somewhat top heavy, but don't just put anybody in this movie for the sake of putting someone in the movie. Trying to do fan service. That's what that feels like. You can thin it down. You need to get the characters that you need to have in here. And number three, and here's a really important one to me right here, and not everybody's going to see it. You need to make it for the comic fans because there are two separate fans here. There's the comic fans and then there's the MCU fans. Now, you may be an MCU fan, but without the comic books, there would be no MCU. You need to double down on this, We've seen how this is going, this mass appeal, trying to get everyone. Look, read about these movies have made money. The first half, the Infinity Saga, it was for the comic fans. It was made like the comic fans. It did exactly what you would have wanted if you had read these comic books. I know what you're saying. Well, you need to bring in new fans. You got enough fans from the comics that you have enough to make enough the kind of money that you need. Make it just like it is. You need it dark. You need it gritty. I know what they're saying. Oh, we want lighthearted. The comic books are not lighthearted. They're dark and gritty. Another one. And quit checking the boxes. I got to have this guy in here, even though nobody even cares about this character. I need to have this type of person in here so I can get this type of people. If you get good, going back to number one, if you get good script writing, you don't worry. You can cover everything and everybody. Number five, needs to have a lot of action in it. Now, I did like the Thunderbolts. It was a pretty good movie, but I felt like it was a little bit light on the action there. Remember, this is a comic book movie. We need some action. We need some spectacular stunts in here. Some spectacular set pieces to grab everyone's attention. And here's another one right here. This is really another problem that they seem to be having. We need a serious film in here. We need a thriller. Quit with all this slapstick humor. I didn't say be dark and serious. I said quit with the slapstick humor. Like, for instance, Thor, Love, and Thunder. We don't need Thor, Love, and Thunder. We don't need Deadpool. We need to bring it back to the Cold War thriller like Captain America, the Winter Soldier, or Thor, the Dark World, or Iron Man, the first movie. Quit with all this silliness and taking you out of the film, because it takes you out of the film. It takes you out of the movie when it's too much slapstick. You think it does it? Then watch Batman with Adam West in it. And here's the last part of it here, the story. Make us want more. Now, I heard this is a 2-part series. It's going to be Avengers Secret Wars after this. Give us something. Go the Empire Strikes Back ways. Lord of the Rings, leading to the two towers. Give us something where we're going to be, wow, I got to get back here when this movie comes out. I can't wait until the second part of this movie comes out. Make it a thriller. Make it something serious. That would make Empire Strikes Back one of the greatest movies of all time. Is that you were wanting more at the end of that movie. This is KDS Reviews, and this is my commentary on Avengers Doomsday and how they would be able to do it and build the MCU back to what it is. If you like this type of content, then like, subscribe, and share. I would sure like to hear some commentary down below about how do you think what they need to do to fix this series. This is one of the biggest series there ever could have been. and it's gone off the rails, or what they could do to get this thing back and on focus. This is KDS Reviews. And remember, we're seeing it every Wednesday and every Sunday, and I will see you in the next video.